his final checks. Just about ready to go. Two of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference light the lamp on a Wednesday evening here in Louisville. LouCity and Charleston Battery for the second time this year. It was a draw the first meeting, 0-0. That matchup coming back in April. What happens here this evening? Ricky, both of these coaches have talked throughout this season. There's been moments of inconsistency, there's been moments of frustration, and there's also been some delightful starts from both of these sides. Pressure very high up the field here from Louisville. And Charleston can't get it out of their own half of the field. Winder dials long distance and slices wide.
Does extremely well to get and pick the pocket of Reedy. Elijah Winder picks up and said no. The Charleston Battery, you need to get going on the front line. Mechanic, Avila, Reedy, Williams, they need to come alive and play off between the lines. That was your watch out.
Lancaster, Cameron Lancaster, just wide.
Side, Kyle Adams just picks up his head and says there's real estate in behind. Leland Archer just misreads the flight of the ball. Cameron Lancaster does everything right. Opens up his hips. Trey Muse is out of position. 2 yards into the interior. It's 1-0 LouCity. You see the frustration.
And the first half whistle blows as well from Brandon Stevis. That was our best chance of the half from either side, and a shot where you normally expect Lancaster, third all-time in USL Championship history, to bag one. Copa Tejas takes center stage. His playoff positioning heats up. Golden Boot leader Tane Oluwaseyi and San Antonio FC welcome Wilmer Cabrera and RGV FC with major playoff implications. It's San Antonio FC and RGV Wednesday night, August 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. What an impact Oluwaseyi has made for San Antonio. He had that breakout match against Charleston back on May 13th with a hat trick, and he continues to pile up elite goal-scoring numbers. There's some space for Winder. Winder winds up, and this is wide. He's had a couple opportunities in this game, hasn't hit the frame.
Exactly what I mentioned in the first half. He gets into very dangerous opportunities, but once again, it's Charleston just pulling the strings, and he does so well to compose himself. But as this ball comes out from his hips, you just see the swing and just hits it completely. And I talked about him. You need to get him more productive in terms of getting goals and more assists. It needs to be a bit more cleaner for the youngster in the final third.
As the USL's comeback player of the year last year, still just 20 years of age. Certainly at the 50-minute mark right now. LouCity is a more potent side. They're the team that seemingly is in more control. They've really not conceded any kind of knee-knocking moments to Charleston. Semla comes out. He has been asked to do very little this evening.
But I do think the longer that this stays 0-0, it gives more hope to the battery to steal one here.
Here's Avila. Avila winds up. Semla saves it and can't keep it in play. It goes out for a corner. Tonight was the 16th time this year that LouCity did not allow a first half goal. That's the most in the USL Championship. They've given up the 4th fewest goals overall this season. Here's a winding shot from Pierre Reedy. Why not at this point? Maybe you get a slippage in net. You get a nice skip. Ellefson goes all the way backwards for Semla. Looks around Williams. There is that slip. He is able to clear it forward. Nice ball into the box. Maris trying to chip, and it This goes to the top of the cage.
Left-footed, center of the park on a dime. Mares does everything right. He lets it down off his chest, but he needs to hit this with his left foot as he's lunging across his body. Just
Perez. Tellefson. He's playing a central role. Curled into the 18. Williams goes all the way back to get to it. Winder finds himself in space. Continues his run. Here's Maris. Glides it wide once more.
So it's Elijah Winder, the space, and as this ball continues, look how he pulls out Ikaza. And as he does that, the back line needs to be emergency defending. They drop back. Charleston Battery. Maris does a fantastic job at understanding the space. Great.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL. Lancaster! LouCity strikes in the 68th minute. They've been building, and now they score 1-0.
About the rotation or lack thereof for the two center backs of Charleston Battery. As Palma goes up, there's no rotation, there's no coverage from Leland Archer. And if you give this man, Cameron Lancaster, the time and space to get about 25 yards out to pick up his head, Trey Muse is out of position, calmly just slots it in.
4 stoppage time goals in the second half. This game never over when the Battery are involved. But after all the shots that they were able to produce, 3 of them in the first 10 minutes of the second half, they haven't attempted one since. That ball brought down cleanly. Traeger working. Shot comes in. Semla. A strong save is Barajas.
Excuse me, just misreads the flight of this ball, but want to take nothing away from that first touch from Traeger. I think he closes down the angle when he comes horizontally, and that gives Fidel Barajas the ability just to come around the corner. That's any sword in the corner, making those outside backs extremely vulnerable, beating them with pace.
Barajas loops it in and is headed down. Semla has to get the hand to it as it pings over the top of the bar.
Crawford finds a nice pocket of space, but it needs to be better in terms of just staying with your individual marker for LouCity. Does everything right, heads it down. Someone takes no chances.
There's a giveaway. After the advantage played for LouCity. Battery back, charging forward. Crawford. Augie Williams chests it down. Augie Williams through. The second chance is blocked away by Kyle Adams. Some seat-squirming moments for LouCity fans now. Charleston has found that confidence. Into the box it goes! We're equal! Emilio Ikaza! Charleston brings it back level at 1-1.
Players, and you pull out one of the 3 center backs. Gaps open up between lines and take nothing away from Fidel Barajas. Knows exactly what he wants to do, picks up his head into a dangerous area, and what a quality finish this is from Ikaza. Heels off the shoulder of Shantosh. Makes no mistake about the finish.
Barajas prepares. High arcing bender, back post, Adams again. First man to it, but does concede another corner. Andrew Booth is coming in, and Ikaza, the goal scorer, is out.
A couple weeks ago, Andrew Booth on the end of a goal in Miami to tie the thing at the death. Has a very good feel of the late trailing run out of midfield, so something to keep an eye out on for Andrew Booth, number 7 in orange.
That was in the 7th minute of added time on July 15th. Another corner swinging in, flicked on, back post! It was empty there.
Dangerous area, good things will happen. Ball pinballs around with Markanik at the far end. Harder to miss. Well, this ball does not end up in the back of the net is beyond me. Any sort of contact.
And here it goes, Crawford into the box. It's headed in! Or a foul is whistled. Unbelievable moment. Charleston looked like they had stolen it. Leland Archer will have his words to stay with Brandon Stevis. But the final whistle blows.